In this presentation, I'll be introducing the Manure Management Planner. This tool was put together by Purdue University, and it can be downloaded free of charge from this website. The easy way to find this website is simply to do a web search for Manure Management Planner, and I find this brings the website to the top of the list. This is a national tool, again, developed by Purdue University with support by NRCS. And it can be used for developing a management plan of several years duration that might be useful for strategic planning, but also for developing the annual manure nutrient management plan. The website you'll get to looks something like this. Another tool that's there is the Manure Nutrient Availability Calculator. It's a simpler tool and one that you can run the calculation simply to determine how much you're likely to get from a ton of manure or 1,000 gallons of slurry. Another tool that is there is the Crop Fertilizer Recommendation Calculator. As I said, the tool was developed for national use. And the states in green are states that have bought into it. And there's a drop-down list where you choose your state when you're downloading. And that'll allow you to get the tool that's ready to be used in Nebraska, or the state of your choice. And you click the Downloads MMP software button, and it'll bring up this. You want to save it to your hard drive in most cases, but you have the option of running it online as well. There is good documentation to go with this tool. This Getting Started with MMP is a Word document that can be downloaded with good instructions. There's other technical documentation available. And this is just the first page of the document on helping to get started, the instructions for its use. The key people to developing the Manure Management Planner are Brad Jorn and Phil Hess of the Agronomy Department of Purdue University. When we open it, we get this opening page. If we do not have a plan and want to start a new plan, we would click New. If we have an existing plan, we can click Open. We then select our state and the number of years that we want the plan to run and click OK. And that'll bring up the General panel. You see, the General panel is the first of 10 panels where you will enter your plan information. If you look across the top here, we have General, we have the fields, soil test, etc. And by clicking on the appropriate tab, you get the appropriate worksheet. On the bottom, we also have a number of tabs: New, Open, Close, Save. You want to save your plan periodically as you work. The Help menu is very good. So here we have some information that needs to be entered. The name of the operation. Now, not all of this information is essential for MMP to work. It's optional. Some of you enter just for your records. Some notes on the feeding operation. It is essential that you select a county. There's a drop-down list for your county, and when you do that, it'll bring up information later that you need that's county-specific. You also need to indicate your starting year, starting month, and then the years in the plan. The next tab is for fields, and you see in the left-hand column the fields are listed, including the subfields, the different management units within the fields, the size, etc. In the middle here we have a drop-down list where we select our soil type, and this is where county is. The county selection is important because it'll bring up just the soils for that county. In the soil test panel, you enter your soil test information for each of your fields and subfields. So it's pretty straightforward. The year when the sample was taken and then the soil test results. The crops panel, and what you see here is that it's carrying some information forward. But in the crops panel, you select your crops for each year in each field. There's a drop-down list that you use. You enter your yield goal, and it then will calculate based on the soil test information, the crop, the yield goal, how much nutrient you need according to the UNL recommendations. If you were to scroll farther to the right, you can override these recommendations and put in your own estimates. For instance, if you think the UNL is recommending too much nitrogen, you can put in a lower estimate. The next tab is for the manure storage facilities. And you put in your name of the facility. There's a drop-down list for selecting the type of facility, and then you put in additional information. The animals panel is where you define the operation's animal groups. Now, it could be that your operation has only one group. Maybe you're just finishing hogs or finishing beef. And so you would only have one line. In this example, it's a farrowed through finish operation, and so they have their different livestock types and their average weights and numbers, etc. For the animals panel, this is where you can put in different ration information. For instance, if you're using phytase in your swine ration, you would indicate this, and it'll assume that you're feeding less phosphorus in that case, and that you have less phosphorus excretion in the manure. The analysis sheet is for your manure test results. Now, we'll give you default estimates, but we know that these are not very reliable, that it's much better to do your own sampling and analysis and enter those results, which can be entered further to the right. And also for the estimated manure production, it does give estimates, but it's much more reliable for you to use your own information as to the quantity of manure that's produced every year. We then have the equipment sheet. This refers to your manure application